G'day and welcome back to the channel. Why am I here again? Why am I here in front of this camera again? Well, I've said in previous videos that I believe the Civil Aviation Authority in New Zealand is lazy, incompetent, arrogant and hypocritical. And I can understand people might say, yeah, you're just ragging on them. They're doing the best they can. They're not incompetent. You're just taking the wrong perspective. And I can understand why people who are new to the channel might believe that. But something's happened today which really kind of puts a nail in the coffin of this whole thing. Now, I mentioned in a previous video that CAA violated my personal privacy by sending personal details of mine to an unrelated third party because they couldn't even be bothered checking they had the right address for me. And you might think, well, anyone can make a mistake, give people the benefit of the doubt. And I try to do that. Invariably, I try to do that. People say, you should do this, you should do that. And I say, no, let's try and solve the problem without being all radical. Let's give people the benefit of the doubt and hope that they'll come through and do the right thing. So CAA violated my privacy by sending my personal details to an unrelated third party. And I said, give them the benefit of the doubt. Well, today I've been getting emails from around the world because you recall I posted a video of me flying my tiny little drone, which I've lost because it's so, here it is. I was flying this tiny little drone in my garden, which is actually a technical breach of the regulations. Apparently it's unsafe, it's a danger to aviation, this device. I flew it in my backyard and I said, look, just to highlight how ludicrous these regulations are, I want you all to complain to CAA that I've broken the rules, which I had broken the rules and I confessed to it. So people from around the world filed complaints with CAA about that flight. And, according to the policies and the rules, CAA were bound to investigate those complaints. And today, CAA responded to those people who made those complaints. CAA sent out an email which said, thank you for your complaint, and we'll be looking at it and we're reviewing it and we're keeping the data on record, that sort of stuff. It's a fairly stock reply, so that's to be expected. But what they did is unbelievable. They included the email address of every complainant in the reply to every complainant. So they have violated the privacy of all those people who complained about my flight. They've violated their privacy because they have given their email address to everybody else that complained. That is such a beginner 101 mistake with email. Or is it? Let's face it, incompetence, arrogance, laziness, it could have been any of those three. It probably was all of those three, to be totally honest. So I am outraged that they not only have no respect for my privacy, they have no respect for the privacy of people who use their complaint system. Was it on purpose? I don't know. I can't speculate. But what I do know is it is a breach of the law in New Zealand to do that. It's against the law. We have privacy laws. They're not quite as strong as the ones in Europe with the GPRD or something. I don't know. But we have a Privacy Act, an act of parliament that says that government agencies, nobody is allowed to give your private information to an unrelated third party, which is exactly what CAA have done on 2 occasions now. So if you filed a complaint with CAA about my flight, as I requested you to, and you've received this letter back, I want you to complain to the New Zealand Privacy Commissioner. He's the official set up to deal with privacy complaints and meter out punishment if and when it's deserved. Now, it's pretty toothless. They can fine individuals and organisations, but when it comes to government departments, I think all they can do is just give them a rap over the knuckles. But it is essential. It is essential that CAA is held to account here because they have again demonstrated arrogance, incompetence, laziness, who knows what, a second contempt for the laws of this country. They hold people to high account, but they don't seem to think they should be held to the same account. We need to change that. So in the description of this video, I have put a link to the complaints page on the Privacy Ombudsman's website. Go there, fill it out, make your voice heard. It's essential that you do that because CAA should not be allowed to get away with this. They have this feeling they're untouchable. They have this hubris that they believe that we're here to enforce rules, not follow them. This has to change. This has to change. They are not above the law. They cannot be above the law. It's because, again, it's hypocrisy. And as I said, I cannot abide hypocrisy. So, as I say, and here's the address of the Ombudsman website. If you can't find the link or you can't click on it or something, this is the address. Go there. You'll find your way to the complaints form, how to submit a complaint. File a complaint today. File a complaint because they should not be giving your email address to other people. They should not be doing that. And they need to be held to account for that. So there you go. I just wish people would do their jobs properly. Really seriously, if Dean Winter had returned my call, or if he'd called me as I requested, we would have had a chat. This could have been completely sorted out, I would like to think. But no, it's the hubris again. You know, it's once people realise that they've done something wrong and you've found out, some people just clam up, some organisations just clam up, refuse to admit reliability, responsibility, and they'll fight. They won't take the honourable way and say, oh my God, we have messed up. We are sorry, we'll put that right. No, it's man the barricades and let's defend ourselves regardless of the veracity of our defence. I don't know. Anyway, so that's it. That's what you need to do today. Do it now. And of course, I'll be passing this information on to Ms. Ardern as well, because she needs to know just how bad one of her government agencies is. And if she didn't believe me before, is she really going to have any option but to believe me now? And I've heard, just to update you, I got a letter back from her secretary saying that, oh, thank you for your thing. This has been passed on to the Minister of Transport. And I said in my email, do not send this to the Minister of Transport because he is a chocolate teapot. He's useless. I've spoken to him before and he has been ineffectual in the extreme. But the secretary passed that, said we're sending the email to him. So I sent a follow-up letter saying, do not do that, please. I want to speak to Ms. Ardern because I have no confidence in the minister. I've had no response to that. So this morning I sent another email pointing out that the CAA has yet again violated the Privacy Act. And being quite blunt, that if you don't do something about this, then the information, all this case goes to the opposition at a time of an election and it goes to the media. And if I need to, as I say, I'll be calling on you to do that. Don't do anything yet. I want to give everybody the opportunity to do the right thing. That includes the Prime Minister and her support team or entourage. I want to give them, I mean, it's hero or zero. And I think Jacinda Ardern deserves the chance to be the hero in this, to step in and sort things out. If she chooses not to take advantage of that offer, or if her staff don't pass on the information, which I can't control, you're only as good as the staff you employ. If that offer is declined, then my hands are tied. I've got to do something. I can't allow this to continue because I've had so many emails from people around the country who have had dealings with CAA and had very similar experiences. The problem is these are people, most of them, there's been commercial operators, there's been private pilots, there've been other drone flyers. And the problem with most of the people that CAA have abused, and I say abused and I use that word considered in a considered fashion, most of these people can't fight back like I can. Now, I have the benefit that I don't hold a document that CAA can withdraw, because if you're a pilot or a commercial operator, you can only do the things you do because CAA grants you a permission through a document such as a license or a certificate to operate or whatever. They can withdraw that at any time. So you can't go out like I am and highlight their inadequacies, their incompetence, their crimes against acts of Parliament. You can't do that because they will pull that document and you're out of business. I can do it. And so many people have emailed me to thank me for saying the things they wish they could say, but can't for that very reason, because CAA can blackmail them into compliance. So there you go. And around the world, I've had other people, I've had policemen, I've had people who've worked in regulatory authorities overseas who have said, this is exactly the same as the situation overseas. They've worked in these kind of bureaucracies and they understand exactly what's going on and they don't excuse it. And that's why they don't work there anymore, because they couldn't stand it. So this is a systemic problem around the world. Here in New Zealand, we have a chance to take a stand, to expose the systemic abuse of power and abuse of the freedoms of people who just for years and years have flown toys without any problems. We take a stand here and hopefully it will spread back around the world. So that's why the global community needs to be involved if we need to go to the next step. Don't do anything yet. Wait for my word on this one if we need to do it. There you go. I've got so much more to do now. So thanks for watching. Thanks for my Patreon supporters for the support. And now you'll get another video soon. Stay tuned.